Hello and welcome everyone. Previously we had seen that how do we use input functions to provide the input to any variable from the command window. But now we will be seeing how can we display what are the functions that are used to display the commands inside the command window. So let's move on to this. Suppose I want to display the percentage. Percentage is written right there. So as soon as I am running this script, I will see the percentage. I will have to enter the marks of math. Suppose this and this. So I will have the percentage as I have put the semicolon here. This is the reason why I cannot see it inside the command window. But if I do not have this, I will have its result inside the command window. So now what I want to do is I want to display the percentage. Not like this. I want to display using a function. So to display any output of a variable using a function, we So for that we have a MATLAB inbuilt function named as display. I will just write disp inside the bracket. I will need to write percentage, percentage, whatever the variable name we want to print. So as soon as I run this command, I will see I will have to enter the mask, and then this value that we are seeing is a result of my sixth line, because this percentage is suppressed with a semicolon and it is not showing up inside the command window, but the value of percentage is right there in the workspace. Similarly, as sixth line, it is not going to store inside the workspace because we have not provided any variable to that. We must note here that workspace only consists of the variables we are creating inside the script file or the command window. But this sixth line does not create any variable, it just displays a variable percentage inside the command window. So this is the reason why the output of this command is not stored inside the workspace. So this is how we can print out any variable created inside the command window or a script file. A name to that student who has got these marks or whatever the marks we are going to enter. Suppose I am naming the student name, which is equals to, I need to put single quotes to tell MATLAB that inside the single quotes we are going to write a string. So if we want to print a mixture of strings and variables inside the display command, it has a syntax. So the syntax would be, for that I will first delete percentage and then we'll proceed further. We need to first have brackets. Inside that we are going to have square brackets, and inside this we are going to write the string. So I am writing inside single quotes the percentage of a student, and now we are going to write the name of student. So I will give a comma. I will simply write name. So the name will be coming from here, and then again I will give a comma, and again I will write is, and then again comma, and I will write percentage. But I will have to convert this percentage in a format so that it will be printed inside the command window. So to print percentage, I will write num2str, a MATLAB inbuilt function to print the number into string, and then we'll write percentage. So in this way, we will see what is the output of this seventh line. And now I will run this command. So I will enter the mark. So the output that I am getting is the percentage of student. The percentage of student is coming as it is, and I had given a comma. That means now I am not printing anything. I want to fetch out the value from the variables. So name is coming here, that I defined xyz here. Is coming as it is, and percentage, which is 60, coming from this command. So in this way we can print out a mixture of our strings and the variables that we have created inside the script file. Also, it is not like we just have a disp function. We can also write display, complete display, and if we are going to run it, we are going to have same results. So it does not matter if we are going to write disp or display, they both will yield in the same results. So I will keep it short by writing disp only. So disp is one of the inbuilt function that is used to display the variables that we have created inside the command window or script file. Another inbuilt function that is used to print the variables inside the command window is fprintf. I will just write it f print f. So this is the function that is used to display the functions also. So as display has this particular syntax, in the similar way fprintf will have a unique syntax for it. So now if I want to print out this same statement using the fprintf function, it will have a different syntax. So the syntax would be, I will first write single quotes. Inside that I am going to write the percentage of student, and now I want the name. So for name I will write percentage s is percentage d percentage f, and then I will give comma, I will write name, comma, I will write percentage. So I will tell you what this means, but before that I will run this script so that we can know what it is displaying. So for that I will first comment out this 7th line so that this display command does not print any output inside the command window. So to comment it out, we can simply write a percentage sign just in front of the whole line. So now MATLAB is not going to run this 7th line and will directly jump into 8th line. So I will clear the command window, and now as soon as I run it, I will enter the marks 30, 20, this. So now we have the percentage of student. This is this, because we are getting different result of percentage is just because we have entered the different values for maths, English and Hindi. So what this command is actually doing is, I have written the percentage of students same as in the display function. Instead of name I have given percentage s, and instead of giving this whole function I am just writing percentage f. So wherever we are going to have a percentage inside the single quotes of a fprintf function, MATLAB will interpret it as that we are going to have a value coming outside of the single quotes in the same fprintf function. So what is happening here is, the percentage of a student is percentage s, which will be getting the value from name, and percentage f, which will be getting the value from percentage. In this case we don't need to write num2 string percentage f, which is denoting percentage float. It will be a float value. So we can do this any number of times. We can have any number of percentage and strings and a couple of integer values or float value, whatever we want to print, and then correspondingly we have to provide the variables associated with that particular percentage s is a percentage string. That means it is going to be a string. Percentage f, it is going to be a float type value, and this is the reason why we are getting the same, the percentage of student xyz is this. So now generally we get a prompt here, but now we are getting a prompt here. This is because we have not given a backslash n. Backslash n means nothing but a new line. So this command is going to provide us a prompt just after when this command will end. By adding backslash n, I mean to say that when this command is completed, please redirect me to the next line. So if I run this command again, I will see 30, 30, 30, and now MATLAB is giving me prompt in the very next line. So this yields just the same result as we wanted to display in the 7th line. So print out anything inside the command window, we can simply use display and fprintf command. And also one thing I forgot to tell you all, it is not like we can only use the display function to display the variables only. We can also print our strings also. Suppose I am giving a percentage sign here to not display it, and if I am writing this here, and I will write the student got a decent percentage. We can also print this statement inside the single quotes. So in this way we can also print any string that we want to print out. So if I am running this again, 30, 30 and 30, I will just print out the student got a decent percentage. Percentage is written right here. So we can print out anything that we want to. using the disk and fprintf function. In next video, we will be talking about how do we save a file, how do we save and load a file, or we will be having a sneak peek inside the files. I hope you guys found it useful. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.